Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Hello. He's so good. Oh dear. Can you hear me now? Hello. Can you hear me now? I believe you should. Can you hear me now? Yeah. So it's starting now. It's starting now. Let me know how ready you are. Yes, but it's not audible. It's not audible. It's not audible. Okay, let's push that up. How audible is it now? Is it better? Uh, is it better? Is it better? Is it better now? Hmm. Is it better now? Yes, it is. Okay. So you're welcome again. So the last time I was trying to introduce you guys to different ideas about getting yourself ready for the industry. Today we'll be going more practical. We'll be going hands-on. We'll be going into serious business. The business of what? Who can guess? Of translating those theories into practice. Are you ready for this? But before I go ahead, do you have questions for me from the last session? Do you have questions for me from the last session? Can you share the link to your classmates, to your class group, to your friends on your status? It will be a good time to do that. And yeah, put it on there. If you're on LinkedIn, do that and tag me. Do that and tag me. I want you to know that success is a journey and you can begin that journey only when you take the very first step. And this is our own bold first step. This is our way of getting started. This is our way of saying that we do not want to remain the same. We want to continue to march on. We want to continue to move forward. We want to make impact. We want to translate what we know into reality. So please share, share, share. So we're starting this soon. We're starting this soon. We're starting this soon. I'll just leave that overlay the way it is. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm expecting questions from you guys. Let's start with questions. We should all have questions at some point in our life because we need clarity. Except if you have all gotten everything I said the last time clear. I expect that you should have questions. So do you have questions for me? What are the present challenges that you're facing? What are those things that you think you're missing out on? What are those things that the things you need answers to before I get on with my content for today? Have we shared on your status? If you have shared on your status, please let me know. If you've shared to your class group, let me know. Okay. Okay. I'm not hearing you. Can you hear me now, Deborah? Can you hear me now? Okay. So the last time, what did we talk about? What can you remember from the last conversation that we had? What can you remember? What stood out for you from the last conversation that we had? I talked about translating your knowledge into practice and beginning to live the life that your coursework is expecting you to live. So I started that conversation by being proactive and asking and giving a question that if you are to be employed by an organization today, are you able to dish out or offer the outputs that they require? Will you be able to do what they expect of you? Or will you be among those people who your institution will not be proud of? What category will you be? That's the baseline question. And I spoke into some other situations where we had issues of people not clearly having purpose. You know, your purpose should be aligned with what you're doing part time per season. Sometimes it may not be clear, but eventually it becomes clearer. So I want to say in the chat, what is one thing that stood out for you since our last conversation or in our last conversation? What stood out for you? What stood out for you? I'm waiting to see your comments. What stood out for you? I'll put something there now that says success is a journey. Success is a journey. Success is a journey. Anyone that wants to be successful should be ready to start and embark on a journey. I need your active engagements for me to make good progress. I need to be sure that you are with me. Success is a journey. Hi. It is indeed a journey. Are you ready for this journey? Success is a journey. So, Deborah, I would like to engage you actively in this conversation. Do you want to come online? Can you, okay, let me give you a call. Is it okay to give you a call on Telegram now? Okay. All right, the call is coming through to you now. Hello, sir. Hello, Adeleke Favor. How are you doing today? Good evening, sir. Good evening. How are you doing today? I'm fine, sir. Lovely. So, from the last session that we had, what stood out for you particularly? How to not limit oneself to just the classroom
actively engaging on media platforms, networking, and all that. And also, I learned to not say, okay, I'm busy with stuff and not be discouraged by low engagement. But you have to look at it that, okay, even if it's one person that is getting the value of what I'm giving, I'm satisfied. I achieved something.
Okay, nice. It's all right. So now I understand that perspective, and it is quite brilliant. You wrote on YouTube that you can't leave YouTube. What does that mean? I don't understand. Is it because you can't do both at the same time, right? That's what you mean. Is that what you mean?
I didn't say that.
Oh, you said.
This is fake or not?
Oh, this is favor. No, this is a Berichi
Yes.
favor. This is Adeleke favor. The both of you are favor.
Yes.
Two favors.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm beginning
Yes.
to think about it. How do you think we can form like a community out of this? And I think we would need some real time engagement, so I don't have to always just rely on your comments, and then we'll sort of have some very lively engagements. So now I have Dabarechi here. Is it Dabarechi? Is there a way that we can Dabarechi? Okay, all right. So we should find a way to get it together. Do you have an idea if Instagram channel used to have live chats, or how does it work? Oh, sorry, it's Instagram channel, WhatsApp channel.
Not really like that. Just reactions, not comments.
No comment, no
No,
comment.
they've added a new feature, but it's kind of like, okay, respond to this, just like YouTube.
Okay, no, all right. So okay,
With
okay, continue.
with WhatsApp, with WhatsApp channel is not necessarily a call or a live call. It could be just a post. Then the followers have to respond to that particular statement.
Okay, so it might be that we should create a Telegram link in order for us to be able to do something like this, right? Each time. Okay, do you want to pass the link on to the Brecci Favor, and so we can have a conversation together, and then we'll have an hands-on effect on this. I have some tasks for you guys. So and let's see how much we can hear. So okay. I'm still gonna stream this beginning part of it eventually for the final stream. So we're just getting started. We may not spend too much time eventually anyway. But how's it been? How's been your week since the last time? What have you done differently?
Good. Actually, I've not really put that particular session into practice. I must say, I've been focused on getting my projects done. There is a lot to do.
Tell me about this project. What's the project about?
Our MCM202 project, we have to create a book.
What is MCM202 project? Let's assume that I don't know about it. No, the people listening to this don't know about it. So tell us about the work you're doing in school.
All right, our MCM206 projects course tied to manuscripts editing, layout, and design publishing. Our project is to create a book from scratch, a digital book and ebook from scratch to finish, making sure that each member of that group plays a role, and we are acting as a real publishing firm, carrying out every process every real publishing firm would carry out in creating a book. And then we have to interview a real publishing firm, like a real Nigerian publishing firm, ask questions concerning the book publishing process, gain insights and more knowledge to know more and be able to put into practice the insights that we've gained from.
Wow, that seems like a lot of work in it. So how is that going?
Pretty well, pretty well.
So how are you finding it personally? And what have you been learning?
Stressful.
Stressful. Oh. So what have you been learning so far in it?
Editing,
Editing.
editing,
Has that changed any?
producing.
Oh,
Ah,
has that changed any course of thing for you?
yes.
Or what has it changed? What has it changed?
When I'm writing something, I have to look at it twice, cross check, more like I'm proofreading everything I'm writing. If I make a mistake, I'll see it on time and correct it immediately because I go back to the chats and proofread. Even if I'm chatting with someone, I go back and proofread what
What you
I
said?
texted there.
Wow, that's interesting. So this practice, do you think is the best or it's just stress?
It's actually very good. I wouldn't call it stress because it's very beneficial.
Nice. Okay. It's good to know that and then to know that you're finding it interesting. Okay. So now you have been taking a number of courses so far. Among all of the courses you've taken since you've chosen or you've been examined on 600 level, which of them do you think you want to start living in practice? Like you want to start doing in practice?
I would say all the courses that has to do with me writing actually, because there are many courses that has to do with writing, book publishing, from book publishing to writing a manuscript, writing a news story, writing a lead, the processes to follow, how to construct a news story, how to write a feature article. Just every course that I have done that had to do with writing.
So it's
Because I actually like to.
you like to write. So now this seems like a lot. You need a strategy.
Yes.
So what strategy are you putting in place? Or what questions do you have?
For now, I don't really have a specific question. I have to put all this together and come up with a plan. Then maybe in the course of putting up my plan, I would surely have so many questions to ask while putting up my plan. But then I've not even started that yet.
And I'll be very excited to receive such kind of questions because I like answering questions, and which is the reason for this. Not so much of your colleagues are up here today. What's happening? Have you been able to share with them? Have you poked them? Have you reminded them that we are on here?
No.
Oh, we should do that. Please do that, and share the link
All right.
with the other favor so we can be here and do something good.
All right, sir.
So, all right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're alive. Hello, guys. You're welcome back, and thanks so much for joining. I know there are about 4 people up here now, and hopefully, eventually, we'll have more persons to join us. So the last time we met, we had some discussions around translating and moving beyond the classroom lectures. And I was more particular about how we actually undo the courses, giving it life. And then today I'll be taking it further into something more practical, something more practical. So, are you ready to go practical? If you are ready to go practical, let me just have a recap of what we did last week. So, it's good that we reposition our conversations from what it was last week to what it's going to be now. So, we do not go into hands-on session as intended last week. We did not. Instead, we focused on something more foundational. We focused on understanding why many media graduates struggle to meet industry expectation. So, and that was deliberate because it feels like we're just starting it off, and I needed to set the tone, set the mood, and all. We established few critical points, and that most graduates are trained to understand media, but not to execute within it. They are trained to understand media, but not to do what they are taught. They are clear about the gap between academia and the industry, and we see a clear gap between these two, you know, two entities. So the more important part of it is your employability, and for you to be employable, you need to know what to do per time, per season. It is determined by your ability to produce and not just to explain. It is determined by your ability to solve problem and not just tell us about the problem. It is determined by your ability to understand complex realities and critically examine it to give us a desired output. So context matters in everything that we'll be discussing. So coming into today's session, it is sort of designed in a way that it will move you from the awareness of this problem into application of it. By the end of today's session, you should be able to write a proper story. I don't know if you've tried it before or you've done it before, you haven't gotten real-time feedback. You should be able to do one thing clear about journalism, which is journalism writing. If you approach this particular session, as one that will help you and transform you, bridge you between where you are now to where you're desirous of, then you have to do every single bit of task that you will be asked to do. And not just do that, but also give feedback. You are not just being trained to become writers, you are developing to become media practitioners and professionals. This includes your ability to interpret information, your ability to structure content, your ability to communicate clearly across different formats, your abilities to repurpose content for the suitability of the audience, your ability to make decisions under pressure. Whether you go into journalism, content creation, media production, communication, or digital platform, the underlying skill, the underlining, the background, the key, the backbone skill is the same. The question will be, can you take information and turn it into something useful, usable, something clear, something relevant? That is the reset we're having today. So from this point forward, every session will include execution of tasks. It will produce something. It may be short, it may be simple, but it will reflect a real world expectation. We're going to translate everything we're doing into an hands-on experience which will be starting right here today with a practical task. You'll be given a scenario. Your job will be to interpret that scenario, to decide what matters and the produce that should come out of it. That is, you will be producing a clear output. It may not be perfect, but it should be purposeful. It may not be what you will be proud of later, but it will be something that you point back to and you say, I'm happy I did it, irrespective of however it looks like. So don't be afraid, don't be scared to make mistakes. That is how the industry readiness is built. Okay, now before I go on to the task, I want you to get your pen, get your paper, and let me know in the chat that you're ready. Let me know in the chat that you're ready. Let me know as soon as you've got your book, you've got a pen, you've got a paper, so we can get started. Have you got your pen? Have you got your paper? Have you got your pen? Have you got... The weather is cold, sir. Oh, really? WhatsApp has live session via voice call. Are you sure? Is it via voice call? Okay, yeah, no, okay, I understand that. Okay, yeah, I was thinking about... okay, we'll figure this out eventually. Ebitomi, thanks so much for sharing that. Yeah, thanks so much for sharing that. I learned as students that you don't have to depend only on classroom knowledge. Thank you for sharing that. Success is indeed a journey. So if you got, okay, yeah, Deberchi, you've got your pen and paper. Any other person who got their pen and paper? Because we're going to do something practical now. Something very practical. Something super practical. Practical. Okay, midday, you're welcome. Sarah Adaize, you're welcome. So we're trying to have a hub somewhere where we can have a live interaction where if whenever at any point in time you have a challenge in school, you know, outside the school, within any subject area at all, you can bring it on for as long as it's within the area of media and communication studies. So, and then we'll be treating some of these things live. So, the more problem, if you bring something significant, it might be a focus of one entire stream. You understand what I mean? So, let me know if you've got your pen and paper. If you've got it, put in the comment that you've got your pen and paper. So, we need to move. We need to move. All right. Okay, two people have got their pen and paper. Let's wait for the next person. Success is a journey. Let's walk this journey together. Success is a journey. Sarah Adaize. Pen and paper ready, sir. Okay. You beat on me. Sarah Adaize, waiting for you. Okay, is it a live video or am I? This is a live video. You're not left behind. You're not left behind. I'm waiting for others. Okay, good. Sarah Adaize said she's ready to. All right, so now I want you to listen to this scenario. A Nigerian university has, please write it down. A Nigerian university has announced a 15% increase in a tuition fee for international students. A Nigerian university has announced a 15% increase in tuition fee for international students, effective next academic year. The university states that this is due to the rising operational costs. Students have expressed concern about the affordability and access. Do you get that? Do you get this story? Or do you need me to do that again, to come again? There has been a 15% increase in tuition fee for international students, not for local students. And it is effective the following year. The university explained that it is because of operational costs. Now, I'm asking you, what will be your clear, direct headline for this story? What would be your headline for this story? I think I'll pin it in the chat. Let me pin it in the chat for you guys. Okay. A Nigerian university has announced a 15% increase in tuition fees for international students, effective next academic year. The university states that this is due to rising operational costs. Students have expressed concern about the affordability and access. So the question is, with a maximum of 12 words, write a clear and direct headline for this. Write a clear and direct headline for this. In a few minutes, you'll see it in the chat. Okay, you want me to come again? Okay, I would rather just put it in the chat so that it will be easier for you all to pick it up. I'm trying to transfer it here. Okay, I've just put it in the chat and I'm pinning it. Okay, there you go. I have. So for some reasons I'm using a different setup on a different system. So that's why I didn't share my screen. But don't worry, I'm going to resolve that in a bit. So what will be your headline for this? I've pinned it in the chat. Your first task is to write a clear headline. Your first task is to write an headline, maximum of 12 words. A clear and direct headline. Who will be the first? Are you on it? If you're on it, let me know. Say started if you're on it. University raises international tuition fees by 15% due to high rising costs. International student fees increased by 15% in Nigerian University. Okay, good attempt. Good attempt. Now I want you to copy edit it. Are you meant to use capital letters at the beginning of the next word? If you told me, okay, let me look at okay, another one says University international student fees. Okay, another one says Nigerian University increases tuition fee by 15% for international students. Or 15% increment on international student fee in LASU. LASU, why is LASU reading small letter? Small letter. That's an abbreviation. Abbreviation should always be in capital letters. Abbreviation should always be in capital letters. Abbreviation should always be in capital letters. So I hope you can still hear me correctly. So all right, now look at this. What is the difference between these headlines? There are different headlines and they sound differently and they are framed differently. Which one is neutral? Who can tell? Read the 4 headlines and tell which one looks neutral, which one looks like it is already framed. Can you frame it in such a way that's okay? Don't let's go to framing level. Just writing first. Which of these ones sound similar and which one sounds different? Who can figure it out? Read it. You can mention the name of the person that this person's headlines sound different, or this one look longer. So Let's see how many words we have got now. 2, 4, 6. So for the British favor, he said invest 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 words. 11 words. That's a amazing one. Ebitomi says international student tuition 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Good. All right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's good. Sarah Daisy 10. Very good economy of what? Nigerian University. Why is the university in capital letter U? Nothing is showing on your screen. Oh, why is nothing showing on your screen? Why? I hope you can see something now. Can you confirm that you can see something now? Oh, really? I think you may have to. If it is not, if it feels like it's cracking, you need to close the app and then come back in. Close the app and come back in. All right. The next task for you. Now I want you to look at what you've written. Now I want you to focus. Look at it for clarity. Yes, you should be seeing me now. Look at that headline. Look at it for clarity. Is it clear? Look at it for relevance. Is it relevant? Look at it for relevance. Look at it for clarity. Look at it for relevance. Is it relevant? Is it clear? Then think about it. Does it show immediacy? Like urgency? Is it current? Does it show like something is happening now and it is relevant now? Like it is very newsworthy? Does it show that? I'm on a lookout. Okay. Nigerian University 15% tuition hike for internet. Oh, no, I think you have to look at that again. Think about that. Think about that. That doesn't flow well. Increase on international student by increase on international student tuition fee by 20 by. Now that sounds more like a title, not an headline. Okay, I'm going to come up with my revisions now for your headlines. But before we come to that point where I will give you a revision, I will still want you to think further. I want you to avoid vague phrasing. Avoid unnecessary adjective. You don't need it. Look at it. If you are reading it, is it flowing immediately? Look at it. Is it flowing immediately? Does it flow immediately? Yes, for me, immediacy and clarity. I'm saying more. I'm waiting for more engagement. So you need to think about that more. Think about it more. I'm waiting for more revisions. Look at your headline. I'm waiting for more revisions. Look at your headline. We're almost done with this task. And then we have just about let's say about 40 minutes left, and then we'll be done with this particular session. Mine is showing immediacy and clarity and is also flowing. For Sarah, there is a okay. Let me have a look at the one you've got there that you mentioned. Nigerian University increased tuition fee by 15% for international students. That is correct. But I have a concern. Why do you have university with capital letter U? Little things like that matters. Why do you have it with capital letter U? Sarah, you see, your particular submission have a strong clarity in terms of phrasing. You have good structure. You have used a very strong verb, which is good. The issue that I have in Nigerian university, it appears like it is unverified. You need to specify the particular university. You need to specify the particular university. When you say tuition fee, it should be tuition fees. Take note of that. Tuition fees. Yes, I understand. We are here to make mistake. We'll continue to make mistake until we get everything right. So that's okay. It's very fine, very okay to make mistakes. So, when you are corrected, then it will not be nice for you to continue making such mistake. Okay, so improve on your errors. So for Sarah Adaize, I'll give you an improved version. Let's see, am I able to even mention? Oh yeah, I can mention. Okay, lovely. I'll say improved version will be this. University increases tuition fees by 15% for international students. Now let me consider that of Deborah Favor. Deborah Favor, you said university rises in international tuition fee by 15% due to rising costs. That is quite detailed, but I see inconsistent capitalization. I see for example, if you see international tuition fees, it is unclear. Should it be tuition fees for international students or international tuition fee? And rising costs sort of it lacks specificity in the sense that you're not specific about the cost. What kind of cost is rising? What kind of cost is rising? And the exclamation that you put there is not necessary. It is not appropriate in his writing. So take note of that. Okay, now if I was to improve yours, I'd say, okay, let's see. Arts Daber. Oh, Dabrachi, I see it. I'm unable to mention you for some reasons. I don't think you're following, that's why. Yes, I think you're not following, you're not subscribed or something. Okay, I've got you now. Lovely. Dabrachi. Now, I'd say university raises tuition fee for international students by 15%. That looks like it. And if you want to add the cost, you can then append amid rising costs. Amid rising costs. Okay, now I will address the one for Ebitomiye. Ebitomiye. Can I confirm that the Telegram group has been created? Have I been added to it? If it has been created, please let me know and you can initiate a chat so we can have some vocal exchange before the end of the session. For Ebi Tomi Yetumara, he says international student tuition fee increased by 15% in Nigerian university. This one looks like it is too complex, it's too stressful, and the structure is sort of weak. It is passive, it is not active. We have used past tense, increased by. Okay. All right, so I'm in the link now. Is it possible to start a live chat? I'm not an admin, so you guys, you are the creators, you are the one managing the community, so it is yours. Everything we do here is for you, and it should be shaped by your experience. If there's anything you want me to talk about, if there's any problem, any question in media and communication, I'm at your service, and I'm here to apply my talent, my skills, everything that I know to serve you. So I'm in a group now. If you want to, please start a live chat or something like that so I can come in, or you can make me an admin so I can start the live chat so we can have some vocal exchange too. So however I'll mute the voice on Telegram so that I can only receive from it to avoid echo and all of these things, feedbacks. So coming to the next headline that I've got here. That's by Favor Adeleke. It says NG University, Nigerian University 15% tuition hike for international students. Okay, this looks more like a concise, it's strong, it's concise, it uses keywords. It feels like an article, it feels like a feature. It doesn't feel like a news headline. So the issue is that NG there is informal, it is unclear to some people, but it is a balance that we use in Nigeria headline, which is good. And we understand that. But for our international community, they may not clearly get that. So Nigeria is sort of aberrations, it will be perceived as informal. So now you're missing verb, sort of weaken it. There is no verb there. I can't see verbs there. Nigeria, university, 15% tuition hike for international students. There is no verbs. There are no verbs there. There are no verbs there. There is not even a verb. So you can say university announces 15% tuition hike for international students. How does that feel? Okay. The Telegram audio, this thing is now up. Let me go on to the next person. Let's see. I'll put that in there for Favor Adeleke. That is one at Favor Adeleke. That is another for you. Okay. Now we have Ido. He said increase on international student tuition fee by 15% by a Nigerian university. Now we have structural problem here. There's a repetition of by fee by 15% by a Nigerian university. That needs to be improved. There are a lot incorrect capitalization, weak phrasing there. Tuition fee should be plural. So you can maybe change it into university increases tuition fee for international students by 15%. Very similar to the one I've offered earlier, which is the one by Favor Adeleke. Well done for that for that attempt. One thing you want to prioritize is that for you to have a strong headline, you need to follow a structure. And I'll put the structure in there. The actor, the action, the object, and the details. The actor, the action, the object, and the details. So I'm pinning that. All right, let's improve that. I'm retracting that. This structure. Correct. So now that's good. we'll place pin message. Yeah. All right. So does this make sense to you guys? Okay. Now you have done this. It's a good one. It's a good one. So I'm not going to give you much work, but I will give you an assignment. I want you to think about this headline, this refined headlines that you now have. Can you go home with it and write a short... Okay, let's do it this way. Rewrite it for all the different social medias that we have, like Instagram, LinkedIn, X. You can't use the same headline you use in the newspaper for Twitter, for Instagram, for LinkedIn. So can you rewrite it and then tell me what you have written it for? Is that okay? Can you rewrite it and tell me what you've rewritten it for? Okay, guys, can you go on the Telegram group now and join the live call there? If you can still hear me. So let's bring this class to a close. It's 10 minutes left. 10 minutes of your feedback. 10 minutes of your feedback. Guys, are you there? If you have anything, okay, come on, join it. I could put the link to the Telegram. Okay, I think I should be able to paste it here. That's the link to the Telegram in the chat. So, Favor, Okaja Daberchi. So, can you tell me what have you learned to do differently today? You can unmute your mic. You can unmute your mic if you can hear me. I can't hear anyone. Can you confirm that you can hear me on Telegram, please? Yes, you can choose a platform and rewrite the headline. You can choose at least you should have at least 3 platforms, 3 minimum platforms, so that we can see how you can rewrite for each of the platforms. All right. Do you have any questions for me today? I'm not sure why you are unable to unmute your mic. Are you able to unmute your mic?
Good evening, sir.
Okay. Hello, Okaja. How are you?
Hello.
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 Hello. I can hear you.
Wait, why is it that you reach my top? My teeth are just doing anyhow.
Ah.
Wait, let me log out and come again.
Okay. Evitomiye, can you hear me? Otopa, can you hear me? Adeleke, can you hear me?
Am I live here?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
So should I keep on talking?
Yes,
Is he like hearing me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Because I'm not seeing him here.
Can you see me?
Understand.
Can you see me? Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm not so sure what is happening there. Adeleke, can you unmute your mic and let's see if we can test from your end? We have just 4 minutes left. Maybe we'll perfect this later if this is not going to work well now. Okaja, you want to try once more? Elebute Rokaya, do you want to try unmuting yourself if you've been following us? Adeleke, can you if you can unmute yourself, it would be great. Are you in a good place to talk? Oh, all right. We're going to eventually perfect this and then decide which platform to use for talkback. If you can all hear me and if there's anybody who can unmute, just for us to be sure that this platform is working. Otherwise, we can just close the group. Adeleke, can you confirm that it is working? Because I think you led the idea. Can you help us to understand if it is working fine? Okay, I'm just gonna put my regular. So do this platform use different structures? Well, they use different structures, but not precisely different entirely. It's just that it has its own logic.
Yes, I can, sir.
Okay, all right, thank you. I know that you can hear now. Do you have any question from today's session? Thank you for confirming that you can hear me. Do you have any question from today's session? You have muted yourself so we can't hear you if you're talking. Okay, it's about 2 minutes more to go. Yeah. I don't know why you couldn't hear me on Telegram, but I could hear you clearly. I'm not so sure why you couldn't hear me on Telegram.
So I don't think I can see you on Telegram. And if I should come to Telegram to unmute, I won't hear what YouTube is saying. So I think I'll base on YouTube.
Okay, so if you can hear me on Telegram, right? You can't see me on Telegram. That's okay. I just need your feedback, so you can just talk to give me feedback on what have you learned today. You can just unmute your mic and just tell. Okay, I think we'll put a better plan in place. Let's draw this particular session to an end today, and if we should find a way to fix this before our next session to ensure that we have a two-way communication. I understand that the idea came in the course of this session that we should have a two-way communication. So I'll figure out what we can use to make that happen effectively for maximum engagement. So I want to thank you for joining today. I want to thank you for engaging. Don't forget the assignment I've given. I'll put it on the Telegram group so that we can work on with it. If you have any question, you can always do well to ask me. And for now, I would say thank you, and we'll continue the conversation on Telegram, and then we'll continue to relate as until the next time that we meet. Thank you, and bye for now. And don't forget, success is a journey. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't give up. Don't give in. Take care of yourself until the next weekend. Bye.